Now you can't just stick a semicolon in between these two. It won't work on this one. So we have to make a little adjustment in order to make it work. So let's hear what you guys have to say. All right, Jacob, first one's yours.
John ran to practice because he's on the basketball team.
What? So if John, because he's running, it doesn't make sense to do that. He's on the basketball team and he doesn't run it practice because he's on the team. He might run it practice.
He ran to practice because he's on basketball.
No. But does that happen?
No.
No.
Well, what if you were late?
Okay, you guys need to listen or I'm going to start assigning detentions. That's my last warning. Okay, now, you said John ran to practice because he's on the basketball team. When somebody's on the basketball team, does that mean they run to practice all the time? They might run at practice, but just because they're on a sports team doesn't mean that they run to practice. That's what you need to see here. He might run because he's late, or because John was on the basketball, team and he was late for practice, he ran, or something like that. Okay? You can't work the way you have it, just work it because. It was a good try. If the sentence was set up a little bit differently, which I probably should have to make it easier, then you could have just stuck because in there, but it doesn't work in this one. Sarah?
John ran to basketball practice.
Okay, she has taken out both sentences. That is a sentence. I would have liked something where you're combining two sentences. I would have liked to have kept the idea of two sentences, but yours is a sentence. So you got rid of the run-on. I'll accept it because you got rid of the run-on. And that's really the goal here. I'd like if you could keep two sentences here. If you've got just one, that's fine. As long as you got rid of the run-on problem. Erica?
Okay, John was late to practice, so he ran as fast as he could.
Okay, John was late to practice, so he ran as fast as he could. Yes. And you would need a comma before the so.
I did.
Good.
Yes!
Woo!
Very good job, Erica.
Well,
boy.
How's
it going?
Pretty good.
I was ready. I was just like,
Yeah, and your comments are really not needed. We're talking about the sentence here. Comments are needed. Okay, you're right. She didn't mention the basketball team. That's kind of implied here. If he's going to basketball practice, she probably should have mentioned something about him being on the team. You're right. But I'll take her sentence as good and acceptable because she's at least got basketball practice in there. Okay. So there are more than one way to make this sentence correct. More than one way to fix it, and I'll accept her way of basketball practice instead of saying he's on the team. Just because he's running to practice doesn't mean he's on the team. No, it could be a manager, it could be a lot of